what I do, what it is, what's up with it. It's KC, the Red Pill Alpha, back at you fellas again with that motherfucking heat. And y'all already know what it is. Wrists, elbows, knees, feet, shin to the back of her motherfucking neck, holding her down, locking her down, submerging her down with that motherfucking game. Oh yeah, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. As soon as I'm done with these videos, piping hot status, you're gonna get it down your phone into your ear. All ear candy game. You goddamn right, you're gonna get it. You got any comments, get them in my Gmail, rellsfargo12@gmail.com. That's RELSFARGO12@gmail.com. Or you can just get at me on YouTube or any social site you see up there. I'm all ears, I'm here. Fuck with me. Now let's talk about it. One man's trash is another man's treasure if you have the game to maneuver her. You know, we as men, we tend to get good women at times. Not all the time. Because we got the women that play games. They like to, you know, try to lead you on, be on some bullshit. So we may not get it all the time, but we tend to get women at times. And we may fuck up the chances that we have with these women. You know what I'm saying? And they may be submissive and feminine women. I know I fucked up some. You know, and it's going to keep coming back around, you know, as you keep living. But these are the mistakes we need to learn from as men. And let's talk about it. I remember one of my homies had a chick that was definitely all about him no matter what. You know, no matter what, she was definitely about this dude, man. Dude, she was in love with him more than I ever seen a chick being in love with any man. I remember when we were in St. Louis, Missouri, stranded like a motherfucker. I was like 17 years old and he was like 19 years old at the time. His chick was about 22, 23 years old. You know, she was hella cool. You know, she was a mixed female. You know, I believe her mom was white and her father was black, if I can remember. And that's real shit, man. She was hella cool, like hella cool. Dude, she was very submissive to my homie. She wired us like $2,000 to get back home from being stranded. That was back in 99 or 2000, way before the Cash App. You know, the PayPal, the Vmos, and you know, all this little, all this little internet, internet money transfer type shit. We had, we didn't have that back then. You guys got it now. So I want you to picture what's going on now. You may not can picture what's going on, especially for the young fellas. I know you're not gonna picture what went on in 99 because you was probably kids or young, y'all wasn't of age. But the fellas of my age or older, they remember, we didn't have Cash App. We didn't have none of that. The internet shit we got going on, all these cameras we got around here, they can capture all this, anything that goes on. Everybody putting up their phone, being nosy and doing all this shit. We didn't have that back then, Times have totally changed, since 98, 99, 2000s. And I was in prison when they started evolutionizing the internet and everything start, moving at your fingertips. So when I got out, all that shit was already a go. So we talking about back then. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, we had to go directly to Western Union or MoneyGram in order to transfer funds. We didn't have it to where like how it is now, to where how people doing what they doing, delivering funds like it ain't shit off Cash App and PayPal. No, we didn't have that. So she went to MoneyGram and sent us the chips. She was cool as fuck. Dude, I got locked up on some bullshit and he sent her to post my bond for me. My bond was like about, shit, it was a few grand, bro. She put up probably like 800-900, and to get me out and shit. I'm like, damn, she was, and I at that time, I was fucking with different bitches, but I ain't had none that would go ahead and co-sign their name on a, put their name down on the bonding receipt to get me out, because I was young, high-headed, running, skipping, I was doing crazy shit. So I've had it, but I burnt my bridges with the shit. So it came down to him and he got with me with her, man. I'm like, damn, this is some real shit, man. Like, she straight helped me out, I paid him back, but she wasn't tripping like that. My homie wrecked her car. I mean, straight totaled her shit out. Even though she had insurance, she bought a newer car and co-signed for him to jump into a car. Man, she was real as fuck, man. I mean, she was getting money, and I forgot what she was doing, her job title, but her bread was coming through, bro. You know, I mean, she was basically every man's dream, yo. Very feminine, very submissive, cooperative. Like, she was on point when it came to shit, bro. And I don't know if he probably got something like that later on again in life. I'm quite sure he probably has, you know. But this is shit we got to learn from, you know. And that's real, man. You know, she would have a problem with you if you didn't allow her to pay the bill. That's how down she was with him, bro. Nigga, if she couldn't pay the bill and look out, nigga, she felt like a lame or a loser or something, bro. That's how down she was for this dude, bro. Like, you know. However, all that changed once he started going, you know, in and out of jail. He would get locked up, then not show up to court. So the bonding company and police used to kick in her house looking for this dude. They'll go to her job asking have she seen him, which eventually led to her getting fired. He fucked her best friend. Like, dude was a motherfucker. So I guess she seen her life going down the drain dealing with him. He ended up getting locked up one last time before she started to fuck with this other dude me and him knew. And that's real shit. The dude didn't grow up with us, you know, not at all, but we knew him though. But we knew him from another hood, not too far from ours. She basically was my homie's trash and became the other dude's treasure. She put the other dude on his feet decent, and he never looked back since. She got him a job working on an oil platform somewhere out of the state. Nigga, an oil platform. Making good, one of them oil ships or oil rigs or something. Making buku bread. He was getting, I mean, I don't know if he's still there and I haven't seen him in a minute, but at that time, man, he was like 23, 24. He was young. We was all young, you know. He was a little older than me at the time, but, you know, and now if you think about now, 20 plus years later, if he's still there, shit, he probably rich, man. Getting that money in. That's real shit, bro. You know, like, you know, something like an oil ship or something. Now, I don't know if they're still together to this day, but what I do know is my homie fucked that one up. And that's real shit. The other dude seen the potential in her and utilized it to his benefits. Flat out. She definitely was a go-getter who had her man's back no matter what. Even though my homie used to talk crazy to her, cheat on her, and fumble the bag that was handed to him repeatedly. Like, she looked out for the dude, put him in position so many times, and he fucked it up, yo. Like, he literally fucked it up. And this is what I want you young fellas to see. When you recognize a woman like this, man, gravitate to her, man, because these don't come around so often. You see what we get fucked up shit often. So when you get a submissive and compliant chick like this that don't come around so often, gravitate to that, man, and try to treat her with some respect, man. And that's real shit. And see what you gonna get in return. Now, what was I on this motherfucker? Like I said, she was a go-getter no matter what, bro. Who had her man's back. And that was real shit, bro. You know, and he fumbled the bag so many times with her, bro. I just sit back thinking about this shit like, this dude was crazy, man. But I made some mistakes. You know, we can get into it. I made the same mistakes before. Never again, though. I'll never fuck up like that. But I've done them things. I fucked it up with good women. You know, and some of you fellas have, you know. And as long as you still living, you know, as long as you keep living, as long as you getting your shit together and recognize your mistakes, it'll come across you again. But for you young fellas that may not have this, when you get it, go back to this video, man, and listen to what my homie did and how he fucked up. And you will never fumble. You won't fumble like he did. Real shit. All this shit is for us to learn from and for you guys to learn from. It's just so real. You know? Now let's get to it. Young fellas, remember, even though y'all see lots of non-submissive chicks nowadays, within this days and time, there's a lot of non-submissive chicks. That doesn't mean there isn't submissive chicks around. Oh yeah, don't count it out. You'll bump into one. Just remember to recognize her once you get her, before she becomes the next man's treasure. And that's real shit, man. You want to recognize the situation at hand. And a lot of us fellas fail like that, not recognizing the situation at hand and not gravitating to what's best for us. And you young fellas, y'all got a chance. Y'all got even more of a chance than any other fella on this earth take heed to it and snatch it up, man. You know, don't be like me. Don't be like my homie. We fucked up. We fumbled that ball before, you know, and it came back again a few times. But, you know, it's best to get it good and going while you're younger. And you can prepare for a future like that. Like this shit and share this shit and subscribe. It's the motherfucking message. And remember, like this shit, share this shit and subscribe. It's the motherfucking message. One man's trash could be the next motherfucker's treasure if you know how to maneuver her with that game. Dude had that game. My partner, he had his little game at the time to bring her in, but he just couldn't keep her. You know, he had enough game to keep her. Dude had a game to bring her in, and he kept her. She put him on. Put him in a position where he can't look back. That was then. I don't know what happened now. He could have lost the job, or he probably still got it. Who knows? But I know that he didn't fumble that ball like the homie did. Holla.